Good evening, good evening. Hello, how's everybody doing tonight? I hope you had a good day. Hey, welcome to Reflections for a Thirsty Soul. And this is ATTOBRAH. I'm the author of a book called Reflections for a Thirsty Soul that came out in April. And we do a few lives from this page. Straight Talk is one of them. The other one is PEARLY Nuggets. And the main one is the book chat that we have on Sundays. And also we do a book readers live. We did one last Saturday and there'll be one coming up in the following week. So I welcome you tonight. And today I thought I'd do something different. You know, as human beings, we have to be flexible and not be stuck in a mode. So I thought I'd combine Straight Talk with Pearly Nuggets this week. And if I can bring up the banner, because there's something that I read from Acts chapter 3, and it spoke to me. Acts chapter 3, I think the verse 6 is one of my most favorite scriptures in the Bible. So hence my title today is What Do You Have? But before we go ahead, permit me to just share to some groups so that people can join us live. Give me a few minutes. It's hard or unbelievable that we are in the month of September already, and it is the ninth month of the year. Like how quickly everything has slipped by. So time is just going so fast. It was only yesterday I thought that we started 2020, and a lot has happened, which are both good and bad, which should give us pause. I mean, we can look at the circumstances that are going on around us and just complain and complain, but in everything, we have to give God thanks. So we are alive, we are kicking, it is well, and what else could we ask, eh? Mhm. Give me a sec, I'll be ready to go in a, as my granddaughter will say, I'll be ready to go in a jiffy. Abrofo Kwa. Hey, just letting you know that this broadcast will primarily be in English, but chances are I might also lapse into my mother tongue tree. So if you don't understand the dialect, just bear with us. I will put it at a minimum. So again, welcome. As I was saying, we are talking about Pearly Nuggets. What do you have? So I've combined Straight Talk and Pearly Nuggets together. And the reason why I picked this title is because of something I read in Acts 3. So it was a story about Peter and John going up to the temple. It was the hour of prayer, or the ninth hour. And so there was a man who was lame from birth who was sitting at the temple called Beautiful. And he was always asking for alms, or we call it like begging. So when they got closer to him, they were about to go in, Peter and John, like Peter looked at him and told him to look at them. So he thought they were going to be giving him money or alms, right? Then Peter said, and this is where what I'm picking from here, the verse 6. Peter said, "Silver and gold I do not have, but what I have I give you. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise and walk." And with that, the man got up and walked. So he said, "Silver and gold have I none, but what I have." So that's what prompted me to say, what do you have? Now think about it. You know, we all like money, or we all love money. Money answereth all things. But here is Peter saying that silver and gold have I none, but what I have. So what he has came from inside him. He had been walking with Christ, and the power of Christ was in him. So let's get on then. If someone were to ask you, what do you have? What would your answer be? You would say some interesting things, right? Yeah, interesting things would come to mind because mainly you might even be thinking about your wealth and what you have. Oh, what do you have? Oh, I'm beautiful. Oh, I have this. Oh, I have that. Hey, more recently, something I saw, and it's, let me do a disclaimer. I'm not looking down or trying to bash any, hi Sheila, trying to bash anybody, but there's some also from Mami in Ghana who just celebrated Naye for 10 years and like Nukru to man, which is nice, but just the way the person who was taking the video, some woman being all Gigi idea no hono. And then I thought to myself, wow, is that all? And that's just me, my opinion, right? That hey, for me, it's not about money. It's about other things. But I guess your chrome no here when you are coming from a place of poverty, all these things, extra trappings or whatever, it seems so great to you. It's good to have good things, don't get me wrong, but we get lost. What do you have? So, like I said, Peter gave what he had. Not riches, not wealth, but Jesus is what he gave. Look at that cripple. He'd been a cripple all his life. And where was he sitting? It wasn't in front of Walmart, not Superstore, not Target, right? Not Primark. I'm trying to mention stores from all over. In front of the temple, the hour of prayer. So the question that you ask is, sorry, how is it that all these years they come and put him there and he's not been helped? Nobody was, people were only interested in giving him alms, but had nobody thought to pray for him, do something for him to get him healed? And this is where I say to that, and this is just my story, me making up a story, that when you are laying there like that and you are down in the dumps of the, hello, Miss Sage, I'm great. I hope you are too. Thanks for coming. And you are down in the dumps, the people are happy, right? Yeah. Every day you pass by, you give him alms, so you probably say, "Oh, that poor man! Oh, that poor man! Now working. Oh, the poor man." Nobody thought to make his life better or different, right? But can you imagine? I wonder. Amen, Sheila. You have yourself and I. Yes, I'm going to talk about that. You are. I shouldn't call you a psychic, right? No. So when you're down in the dumps, there people want you to just stay down there. But his story changed that day. His story changed that day. So I'm going to ask again, what do you have to give? Peter gave what he had. He had Christ, so he gave that. That man got healed because of the power of God in Peter. So the question again is, what impact are you making on others? And is it good or bad? What do you have to offer? And what can people learn from you? Have you ever sat down to assess? Look, I know we are all busy. Abrabone muedin. We are going and coming, kikri, kikri, kikri. But is that all? So for you to begin to make that impact, what do you need to do? I'll remind you that you are not here just for yourself, but you are to be a solution to somebody's problem. You see, a lot of these inventions that we are hearing about, is people getting creative, looking at problems around them and solving it. Look, the other day, I posted it on my wall, a 13-year-old girl. She's made, she's made, yes, Sheila, just me today. She's made berets. I think when she was younger, this whole scenario started around the time when she was 5 years old. Her mom would braid her hair and she would go to school. And by the time the mom picked her up, half of it, the berets were gone and her hair was messy. So they were talking about this, that, what can we do? And you know who? their pastor. And I said, oh, thank God for that pastor. The pastor said, oh, that is something, I forget the statement exactly, but hey, you could build on that, and that's a market there. And so this girl and her mom started thinking, and she's created, it's called Gabby's Bowls, and she's 13 now. She's even made products, hair products, like she's into all kinds of things. I watched the interview and I thought, wow. So I even wrote a caption because we had just done last Sunday we did a teachable spirit on the book live. So I tagged a few ladies and I said, here are young people making a change in the world, and we grown-ups, we are sitting there and we are not teachable. We can't get ourselves going to do something. The reason I gave this example of this young lady is that she solved a problem. Now, those berets that she created is not going to fall out of anybody's hair. And I'm pretty sure she's got a big market for it, because it'll be before your door, so chrome her, like in the States is where she is. So yes, she found a problem and she's become a solution to it. So in trying to make an impact, hey, you stand up for causes that you care about. It's not everybody who's going to be able to say, oh, I'm going to go stand somewhere and take a mic and be talking and this and that. But maybe I went to me and Konusi can like, if you can't do that, your money can go. So sometimes, you stand up for causes that you care about, like child trafficking or domestic abuse and what have you, right? And also you can volunteer, try giving back to your community. You asked me for Unimi before, we only came for $1. How many times have I volunteered? But I mean, thankfully, my two young ladies, they volunteer in a shelter for children. Like when parents need respite or whatever from their children, they bring the kids there. And so they volunteer there. And also a few years ago, there was a big fire in Fort McMurray, and that I took it upon myself. I went in and we're helping at the Kingsway Mall. But these are some of the things that we can do. Also, be invested in bettering yourself. Read, take courses. I read a lot. It's not to say that I finish the books that I read, but I love books. So if I see something that I think might interest me, all that I need is just to have it. At least if I have it in my hand, I know that I'll be getting to it someday to read it. So you read it, read, read, read. I'll show you some of the books that I'm reading right now. Well, I'm reading this one by Ferdinand Samuel Lawson. It's called Nurturing Your Dream Seed to Grow. There's Greatness in You. And then Success is Who You Are by Sam Adeyemi. And also other books I've read in the past are this here, Explosive Secrets by Maria Mwakwa Buedo. And this here is God's Blueprint for Success by Jonathan Eli. So with that said, we'll take a commercial break. Not that I've learned how to upload my, what do you call it yet? Upload videos. So I'll have to, that's a new skill that I'll have to be learning, because I tell you, until I wrote this book, I didn't know that there was a whole tech savvy thing attached to this. So I'm still in the business of learning. So basically, my book is down there and it's called Reflections for a Thirsty Soul. And in my hurry to come down here, guess what? I left it upstairs. Reflections for a Thirsty Soul. You can get your copy on Amazon, Friesen Press, Barnes and Nobles, Google Books, iTunes. And also do look for me on my YouTube channel under ATTOBRAH. And let me tell you, Reflections for a Thirsty Soul is an inspiring and motivational book. Your life will not be the same after reading it. Yes, you kind of say, in our language, we have a proverb that says, but you know something? Before we don't sell ourselves. If you've done something and it's good, you need to talk about it. It is a good book. It will bless you and it will change you it will help you to make some change in your life. Just read the book and you will bear witness to it. Give me a sec, please. So carrying on, commercial break is over. We'll come back to it again. You also need to share what you know. Share what you know. Share what you know with others. Let people enjoy the benefit of your experience. If I'm good at something and Sheila comes to me and asks me for help, I should be able to transfer the little I know to her. Likewise, if she has a skill that I don't have, I should be able to ask her for help. Now, if you're trying to make an impact, you you need to use your power and influence well. So your mentoring is a good thing. Mentor like-minded people, mentor other people who want to grow, who want to keep moving and pushing. Find some young people also to build them up. And I'll say this: enjoy the journey. Don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. Yeah, before to the be a kokoti pomposity chain, Hey, I mean, we all want to respect ourselves. But at the same time too, it's you decide, you figure it out, your comfort zone, your comfort level. Because I'm also somebody, it's hard for me to get so close to people because of things that have happened before, but sometimes you make little adjustments, right? Mhm. So next time you get asked, what do you have? What are you going to say? Yes, know this: we ain't talking about your beauty, girl, because that's going to fade someday. And we ain't talking about your cars or wealth, unless you're blessing someone with those things, right? What we mean by what do you bring to the table of life is what I'm saying. Like when we say, what do you have? When, what was Sheila's comment? Sheila had said, I, myself, and I. So when I say, what do you have? I mean, what are you bringing to the table? I can only talk about myself because I know my story. I would like to think of myself, or I see myself as a vessel of encouragement. I love to build people up, not tear people down. And I motivate others through my writing and just so many video clips. They are all on my YouTube channel. Search for ATTOBRAH on YouTube and you'll be blessed. And I'm saying this because that's what I'm good at. So I had to find I had to find a niche. I had to make my niche in this area. Yes, thank you, Sage. Sage says reflection for a thirsty soul. It is the book for inspiration. Read it and you will not let go of it. Thank you kindly, Miss Sage. God bless you. So I'll leave you with some quotes. Genius is in the idea. Impact, however, comes from action. So to make impact, you need to take action. You need to get out of that warm, cozy comfort zone, or if I'm going to be blunt, that rut that you are in, and you know that you've become oversized for that rut, you need to get out and go to the next level. It's like there's something in the book called Mount Horeb, moving to the next level. God told the people that they've stayed too long, so they need to move on. You see, this is interesting. Last Sunday, my pastor was preaching about Moses, the journey of faith. And one of the points that he was trying to make is that sometimes it's not praying, or you need to take action. It's like get moving. It's like Moses was crying to God, oh, this one, and God said, hey, take the people, go, move. So we Ghana we always praying. Take action. Take action. You can't sit in church 7 days a week and expect manna to fall from heaven. Oh, I always say this is getting repetitive. So do something so that I can stop saying it. You can't sit in church 7 days a week. No, thank you. You can't sit in church. Action. Take action. Okay. The next quote: don't use social media to impress people, use it to impact people. The village, I wonder who are we impacting? Yeah. So And I know that a lot of our people, especially as the older generation or boomer generation, we tend to think that social media, yes, there's all kinds of things that go on. Don't get me wrong. I know there's there, but people are also using it positively and they are making money too. But the thing is that they are making an impact. They are influencers. They are building people up. They are doing all kinds of things. So that is what he is talking about. And then the last one says, you can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. I'll take that again. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. In this book, I only just started reading it. Success is who you are. But Mr. Adeyemi makes a comment that anything that you do comes from inside of you. Your power is inside you. So you need to get going. Your impact. Tap into yourself and ask yourself, what am I good at? What do I have that I can give to somebody, that I can bless somebody with? Maybe it's just a word, a prayer, whatever it is. Sometimes you see old ladies, you hear this story that, oh, this old lady, she's 85 years old and she's knitting all these toques for people. That is her impact. She's blessing somebody. Oh, I have free time. I have this skill. I know how to knit. There are people who need this. Let me do it for them. So again, I will ask the question, what do you have? Next time somebody asks you that question, don't start talking about your wealth or riches. What are you bringing to the table? How are you going to bless somebody? How are you going to impact the world? Even if you are not going, look, your audience does not have to be the world stage. No, it can be your family. If you're not around, what are they going to say about you? What impact are you making on them? So again, the poor lame man, cripple, was sitting at the temple, right? The gate called Beautiful. And Peter and John come by and he's looking at them. He's in this state of, the guy was in a rut because all he knew was they carried him there every day, put him there to go beg for alms. That's all that he knew. He was stuck in one place, and there comes Peter and looks at him and says, silver or gold have I none, but what I have, I give you. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise up and walk. I'll leave that with you. What do you have? Be a blessing unto others. Don't sit and mope around in your problems or be selfish and hoard and put everything, if something is going on and you hedge everything close to your chest, you won't expand yourself to bless somebody. Go out there and be a light. Hey, again, I thank you for listening. This has been Reflections for a Thirsty Soul. And you can also go to mommytalks.com to read the book reviews and get your copies on Amazon, Freezing Press, Barnes & Noble, Google Books, and iTunes. Okay? On Sunday, YAA Russell and I will be on at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, Edmonton time, and we'll be talking about Wanted, a godly woman of wisdom. And also there'll be a book, the second book readers live will be next Saturday, September 12th at 9 a.m. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Bye, Sheila. Thank you for coming. Bye, Miss Sage. Have a good rest of the week. I'm out. Take care.